Yeah, second scrimmage of the fall. Probably takeaways in general. I thought, you know, we were really efficient moving the ball. Offensively, here was my knock. We had 4 false start penalties, and it wasn't just that we had false start penalties, but we had 1 in the red zone, we had 1 in a 2-minute drill, and those are they're really hard to overcome, and that was extremely frustrating. You know, in that same drive that we were moving the ball right down the field, we blow a protection, and then we have a false start back to back. So you go from, you know, 1st and 10 on about the 28-yard line going in to, you know, being backed way up and having some issues in terms of being able to find your rhythm offensively. And so that clearly was not a positive for us. We had 2 turnovers. 1 was in the red zone, 1 was in a 2-minute drill. So again, it's always not always when you make the mistake, or that you make mistakes. It's when you make mistakes that can be really costly. And so I think there's some great opportunities to learn from that. I think Troy was a little geeked up today. You know, I mean, he was just, you know, a little. I mean, he's a thoroughbred, and he kind of. You know, finally I said, all right, we'll just make him live, and what does he do, you know? I mean, so, you know, I think that is kind of a lesson to us that we got to, you know, he's going to bring a lot of energy on his own. I mean, I know he comes across as a very low-key kid, but he is a highly competitive kid, and he gets really, really juiced, you know, in competitive situations. And so, you know, for him getting that first completion in or getting that first shot in a game could be something that we've got to pay attention to and let him, you know, kind of get into the ball game a little bit. I thought Tucker did some good things operating, but again, had a mistake there at the end in the 2-minute drill. I thought defensively, our guys brought the right mindset. I was very, very pleased with our 1 defense. I thought they did what they should have done against the 2 offense, which is, you know, kind of shut them down a little bit and get after the quarterback. And I thought Tyrone Fa'anono in particular was a problem consistently there. I think we got out relatively healthy, and the 3s and 4s got a bunch of plays, and that was kind of by design what we wanted to get done. So I think as we go into this next week, Monday will kind of be a polish day, clean up a little bit. They'll have the roll call meetings with their coaches tomorrow, so guys that are going to be in scout team mode will kind of use Monday to organize some of that, and then we'll have a bonus Tuesday practice on Tuesday, and then they'll get a day off on Wednesday to help with moving in, and the most important thing we do all fall camp, the talent show. So that's kind of the next couple of days at a glance. And you know, I think now we start to turn our attention at least somewhat to game preparation and use a couple of these practices next week as kind of bonus days for us in preparing for Western Illinois.
Did Troy ask to take off the rest?
No, I told him. I mean, I was just like, take it off. I mean, this is, you know, it's like, you know, we have all these cue runs, and, you know, you're going to blow the whistle, you're going to blow the whistle, you're going to blow the whistle, and, you know, it makes it hard to get into the flow of the offense with some of that stuff. And so, we'd actually debated long and hard about whether we were going to make him live to this practice or not, because he hasn't been live at all this fall. And so, you know, we got to do that sometimes.
Does it make it harder about it? Is there so many times we kept it, pressed the hole, and
we can see it on film usually, and you kind of know, like, if a guy's doing this, he ain't tackling him, you know. And it's like I said, I mean, it's a combination of size and speed, and so, you know, I mean, we have that debate. You know, the defense is like, well, how do we, you know, it ties. Well, if you don't make him live, then how are we going to, know whether we got him down? And the offense is like, well, you don't want him live because you're not going to get him down. So, you know, we kind of go back and forth on that.
Notice that Travis didn't take any snaps as a quarterback today. Was that by design?
He kind of has his foot thing going again.
Still.
Yeah, just, I mean, it just kind of flares up here and there. And so we had him in some packages early, and you know, honestly, you know, there's some things that, you know, we're not going to put out there in an open scrimmage too, and so I think that's part of the reason for that. But you know, we'll have those meetings with all our guys tomorrow, and they'll know what we're doing moving forward. And as we get into game week, we'll let you guys know.
What did you notice from the pass rush, and why was it effective?
Well, I expected. I mean, I don't think Tyrone should be blocked by anybody in this league. I really don't. I mean, he's a 5th-year senior. He's got great hands and hips. When he plays to his level, that's what it should look like, and that's where we've challenged him, you know. And so, but you know, getting a guy to play at that level, especially if you're playing a team like an Eastern or Washington that's going to just throw the ball, you got to be able to, you know, play at that high level. You got to roll some guys. So I thought we did what we should have done today to that, you know, against the 2 offensive line with our 1 defense. Yeah, they should get after him.
Talking to Tyrone, it seems like he's incredibly confident right now, more confident than he has been. How much do you guys play to factor his performance?
Well, I think he's, like you said, I think we talked about this earlier, but you know, just his health is better. He's at a good weight. He's not having any issues with his foot. You know, he's just kind of, I think he feels good. He's played a bunch of football, you know, so he kind of knows what's going on, and he's, you know, certainly one of the veteran guys on that side of the ball, and I think he's playing really well right now.
kind of mentioned you wanted this to kind of be, vanilla, or, that you kind of are showing everything that you can do on offense. Just kind of on a percentage basis, how much do you think that, how many of the plays in your playbook did you run today? Like a small percentage, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was. I'd say it was probably our DNA stuff, which is going to be about 5 to 7 run plays and 5 to 7 pass plays. I mean, it's not a whole lot. We didn't run a lot of the things that we would normally run in the red zone. We didn't get into a lot of our packages, and so I mean, it was pretty much Cobra, Sam 3, or match on defense, and inside zone power or sprint out on off. I mean, that's essentially what it was, right? And I think that's good to see because, it's grooved calls, and if guys can't execute grooved calls right now, then they're clearly not ready for prime time. And if they are playing fast and physical, then hey, okay, these guys are ready to take the next step.
The first team offense marched into the red zone. First 2 possessions within, like you said, stalled out a little bit. But they were getting good push, moving the ball. How do you evaluate that when it is a good drive but then stalls out?
Yeah, I think the first one was we had the penalty, or we had the blown protection, and then we had a penalty. We missed a couple shots, and so I think that was maybe something we wouldn't do if we were just moving the ball down. But we want to work a couple of things. But yeah, I think that's where Troy, that first drive, he missed some throws, and I think his adrenaline level was high, and he was, take the red thing off and get hit a little bit and then calm down, So he's high strung.
Connor Wood went out and he readjusted the offensive line, but that unit actually seemed to get even a better push. What do you think of them?
Yeah, well, I mean, you just never know. I mean, Lewis was playing his natural. He'd been playing right tackle forever, so we put him in at right tackle and you put Red in at guard and you kind of roll. I feel like right now, really on the offensive line, I like, I think we have 7 guys. I do. You'd like to have 8, but sometimes you only have 5, so we'll take it. And I think Jake Sessions has had a good enough camp that he's kind of a guy that we feel like we're not going to be terrified to put him in a game. We feel very good about Zach Red. We feel very good about Connor Wood, and then the 5 that we're starting early on. And so I like those guys, and I think they do play well together.
Can you evaluate Isaiah Ifanse after his second scrimmage today?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't run him a whole lot, but I love the way he finishes runs. He is a physical runner. I mean, he's not a big guy when you get up next to him, but he's bow-legged and real compact, very strong, and he definitely finishes. And I love that about him. I thought he missed a couple of reads early. Probably should have put his foot in the ground on one of the sweeps we had with him. Kind of the guy that maybe had the breakout night. We moved him from wide receiver to running back. But a couple guys getting dinged up was the Barkley kid. And I mean, he has no idea what he's doing, but you give him the ball in the open field and he's kind of a problem. So if we can get him going in the right direction, he might be able to help us a little bit.
What do you think of Andersen's decision-making today?
It's hard to say without watching the film. That's one of those things. I mean, I don't really necessarily have the best view standing behind him that I would otherwise, because you got some other things that are going on. But we'll watch the film. I mean, I didn't like that we turned the ball over in the red zone. I mean, I think that was, I think it was the right read, but we've got to be able to execute that. And I think Travis probably would say, I got to at least catch the ball there, And so, but we'll kind of take a peek at it and go from there.
A standard play? Was it a twist? How would you see?
It was pretty much a standard play. Everybody did their job. Rovig was about to step up, but Tucker was there, and so when he went out the pocket, I was able to chase him down and get the sack.
It seemed like the exchange between the offense and the defensive lines, especially the first groups, was really physical. How would you evaluate it?
Everything was pretty good. The offensive line played really good too. So we always compete every day, and today was anything different. So it was nice to come out here and play against them and compete one more time before we head to the season.
Do you have any trouble adhering to the red jersey rule? It looked like you.
Oh yeah, because I get kind of frustrated sometimes when we try to tag off on the quarterback and the referee, or maybe Coach Choate would say it's not. No, he can break it. So I had to give Tucker Rovig a little shove. So yeah, show him a little love. Yeah.
With the defensive line getting pressure on the quarterback, I guess, what have you noticed has been the biggest improvement, to be able to do that?
We're getting better with our hands, and this offseason, we worked really hard doing extra after Coach Wilcox's workouts, And so one thing we're getting really good at is our hands, and hopefully we can get to the quarterback more this year than we did the past few years.
After the last scrimmage, Joe said that he didn't like the defensive effort. He wanted more from the defense in terms of effort. Do you feel like you guys were out there today?
Yeah, but I feel like we can do better. Just that not satisfied mentality. So hopefully we can pick up from here. I know defense did pretty good today, but we just need to improve every day. And, yeah.
Willie Chapman had that nice hit on Karl Tucker. Were you in or were you on the
I think I was. I was trying to get the quarterback, and I looked back, and everybody said, ooh, and then Blue made a good play, especially with his club, so that's a warrior right there, and he made a good play.
What do you thought of his camp so far? Seems like he's having pretty good weeks.
I think the battles between him and Hadley, and they've been going at it pretty good in this fall camp. It's been really hard, so everybody's competing for a spot, and hopefully everything goes well.
The guy next to you right there, obviously you're not afraid of contact and being physical. As a defender, is that uplifting, that you have a quarterback who's not afraid to get hit?
Oh yeah, we were talking about it. He's good. He did a really good job at linebacker last year, and I miss him on defense. Very physical quarterback, and I'm looking forward to him do good this season.
All right, questions for Troy. Thanks, Tyrone.
How did that appeal to you when you took it off?
I was excited to take it off. Hadn't really been live all fall camp yet, and so to be able to, like the defense, they think sometimes when they tag off or something, I think like we have a few more yards in us, so be able to take it off and then be able to break a long one was pretty fun.
And describe that play, just how the hole opened up and you being able to hit it.
So we ran the same play, this play before, so we just called it again, and this time we got some really good blocks on the outside, and I was just kind of free in the clear, so just had to outrun them.
Connor Wood went down, and you switched Alex to right guard and Zach right to center, but you guys didn't miss a beat. What did you think of the offensive line's ability to adjust on the fly?
Yeah, I think our offensive line is they're able to adjust on the fly. Multiple people can play multiple positions. They all do a great job. We have multiple centers that can snap the ball consistently well, and so I think they really did good today.
The turnover you guys had on the pitch option, what did you see there? What happened?
It was something that Travis and we hadn't really repped too much, and so I just need to make a better decision, make a better pitch. Hopefully things go better next time.
How would you describe the defense's pass rush tonight?
Oh, they're good. Our front seven is going to be up there with the best in the league, best in the conference, and so it's hard to go up against them every day in practice. They get after you pretty quick, make you make fast decisions, kind of get the ball out of your hands quickly, and so yeah, they made it tough on us tonight.
We still got a lot of snaps. How much more does this sort of live action help for you? Getting used to that quarterback.
Yeah, it helps a lot to be able to go out there in a live setting. The bullets are really flying. You have to make decisions quick and on the fly. It helps a lot, just kind of with your confidence and just knowing what to do. Take a breath, relax. So I think it's really good.
How close do you think you guys are to being ready?
Oh, I think we're almost there. We had a few missed assignments today, a few self-inflicted errors with the turnovers and the offsides and penalties like that. But if we get those cleaned up, I really think that we can make an impact this year. It'd be really good.
You taking the red jersey off, is that almost like a relief? I guess a little bit, being able to play contact and.
Yeah, it was fun. Hadn't really been hit for a while, so to get that first one, I figured I tackled. So yeah, it was fun.
All right, thanks, Troy.